What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ad Shopper channel. I'm your host, Mike, and this is Best Bets for UFC Vegas 81. Last week, quick recap, 1-1. One fight got canceled. Not the best result, obviously, but trying to do better here this week at UFC Vegas 81. We lose one fight, so we're down to 11 fights here on this card. But before we go on with our plays, please hit the like down below. Please subscribe to our Odd Shopper YouTube channel here. And once you're subscribed, hit that notification button so you can get all our videos here on Odd Shopper YouTube. With that being said, I do want to shout out our sponsor right on the screen right there, Bet365. And the current offer right now is you deposit $10, you bet $5, and you get $150 in bonus bets here that you can use on this very UFC Vegas 81 card. So it's deposit 10, bet 5, and get $150 in bet credits. You must be 21 and older. And if you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, Bet365 is only available in Kentucky, Ohio, Virginia, New Jersey, Iowa, and Colorado. So it's only those 6 states for now. I think they will be probably ramping up in other states. So be on the lookout for Bet365 promotions. With that being said, we will move on to the first play of the night. It's in the Michel Pereira versus Andre Petroski fight. And here we got a fight at 185 for Michel Pereira, who's, historically been fighting at 170. He has fought at 185 before. But of late and in the UFC, he has been fighting at 170. And, this guy is very, very big for the 170-pound weight division. He cuts a lot of weight to make it. He drains himself. I think this is a much better weight class for him at this point. The guy's 30 years old. He doesn't have to kill himself to make 185. He still looks very big for the weight class. At face-offs, he looked bigger than Andre Petroski did. And Petroski's taken this fight on 10 days notice. And the one thing that sticks out here is Andre Petroski, for one, he was in Thailand at Bang Tao Muay Thai. He was practicing a little bit of a striking, but he wasn't expecting a fight coming up. And he was with his girlfriend. You could see it on his social media. He was sightseeing. He was all doing all that. And then he gets this call. And then he takes this fight against Michel Pereira, who, is a really good striker, in and out, good speed on his strikes, diverse striking, very, very explosive and dangerous. And Andre Petroski is primarily a grappler. He wants to get the fight to the ground. Michel Pereira is a black belt on the ground as well. The problem here for Petroski is this is a binary fight. If this stays on the feet, I think he gets knocked out. If this hits the ground, he does have a chance maybe to submit Pereira. The problem is his cardio. It's a big, big issue here for Petroski. He normally gasses on a full fight camp, and now he's taking this fight on very short notice, flying all the way from Thailand back home, back to Vegas to take this fight. And, I love the under 2.5 in this fight. It's minus 144. Kind of even surprised it's 2.5 and not 1.5. This fight, to me, is just going to end one way or another, whether it be Petroski on ground and pound or submission, or Michel Pereira just, pieces them up in round 2 or 3. This fight is ending, in my opinion. And Petroski's only loss was to Aaron Jeffrey via a knee and pound and ground and pound in the second round in LFA. But he also got choked out in the Ultimate Fighter in round 2 against Brian Battle. And in both those fights, he was extremely gassed. Listen, Michel Pereira, 85, is going to have better cardio. He's on a full camp. I think he's probably the side here, but I love the under 2.5, guys. Minus 144. This should be minus 200 to 225 range, in my opinion. So we're getting a gift here at under 2.5, minus 144. This is a clash of styles. This is a cardio versus no good cardio. And this is just a dynamic that I love to play and on the under 2.5. So 144, under 2.5 on FanDuel currently. Go on and get that play there. Before we move on to our second play of the night, I do also want to shout out our Discord. And our Discord here at Odd Chopper, currently, you get half off for the first week or the first month, whatever you'd like. The link will be down below. We have a great community in there. We have guys putting in their bets each and every week. Very, very, very sharp guys in there. I put out my entire UFC Vegas 81 card along with, regional plays. We have Ben Rasa in there. We have Lindy in there. We have, Shander in there. There's a bunch of really, really good guys, really sharp guys that give their plays on all different types of sports. So link down below for our Odd Chopper Discord channel. That being said, let's move on. Second play of the night. It is in the TJ Brown versus Darren Elkins matchup. And, Darren Elkins' nickname is Damage, the Damage. He's 39 years old. You could see he's extremely old. Probably in fight years, he's probably 49 at this point. He's got 38 fights. He's been getting beat up in almost every single fight in the UFC of late. He comes back and he wins against these low-level guys, but he gets beat up, absolutely beat up. I mean, Jonathan Pierce destroyed this guy for 3 rounds. Cub Swanson killed him in 1 round. I mean, Nate Landwehr gave this guy an absolute beating. And this guy's coming off a major surgery on his knee, MCL, all this other ligament damage. 9 months ago, this guy's 39 years old. You're not going to recover well. He's got scar tissue all over his face. This guy's bleeding every single fight. TJ Brown, 6 years younger, not the best fighter, but he's going to have the athleticism advantage, the speed advantage, the striking advantage, even the wrestling advantage probably here. The guy's going to be much faster everywhere. Prior to getting knocked out knocked down and submitted by Bill Algeo. I mean, he was looking really good in that fight. He hurt Algeo in round 1. Algeo's extremely durable. The problem with the damage is he's damaged goods at this point, man. And this actually might be his last fight in the UFC. I like the knockout prop here. I mean, historically, TJ Brown's not a big knockout guy, but he throws with power. I think he probably busts up Elkins, and at some point, this cut stoppage is coming, and I think this might be the place here. And we're getting plus 380. Elkins just over the hill, guys. 39 years old. I think he gets stopped here. He's extremely tough, but toughness only gets you so far, and then the downhill slide comes, and I think it's coming here. So plus 380, very generous on FanDuel on the knockout prop for TJ Brown. Before we go on to our final play of the night, one more thing to shout out, oddshopper.com. Great site, man. Great freaking site. You get 50% of the first week or month, whatever you like. There's a link down below. You click that. I use it all the time just to get, the best prices on all the major sports books. It just makes it way easier. They also, break up a lot of their props I like for NFL. They give you props that are off market on a certain book. You get to play it. So it's really, really, really useful if you're a bettor of all types of sports. So link down below. It is the Odd Chopper Premium on the oddshopper.com channel. It's 50% off the first week or month, whatever you want to do. Go ahead and click that link down below and test it out for yourself. I don't think you will be disappointed. That being said, let's move on. It is our final play of the night, my favorite play of the night. It is in the Christian Rodriguez, Cameron Simon matchup. And I'm going with Christian Rodriguez here at minus 155 on BetRivers Unibet. And there's a lot of data on why I like Christian Rodriguez here. Well, for one, he's the more experienced fighter. When you look at, Cameron Simon, I know when you look at him, he's 9-0 and Christian Rodriguez is only 9-1, right? But Christian Rodriguez has faced a way, way better opposition than Cameron Simon has. He just beat the young prospect in Raul Rosas not very long ago. Fought a very good fight up a weight class against Jonathan Pierce, who's an absolute bruiser for 145. Has the much more experience in the amateurs as well. And the issue here for Cameron Simon is when I watch his fights, he makes a ton of mistakes in the grappling. You know, when you watch his last fight, even against a guy that's as bad as Terrence Mitchell, who is not UFC level at all, Mitchell's getting takedowns, Mitchell's reversing him, and then Mitchell's losing position because he's not good. He's not UFC level. He's not very good at all. He got one punch knocked out by Rosas last time, and Rosas is not even a striker. Then when you look at other fights, Mana Martinez, he won by majority decision. You know, he's getting his leg kicked off. Steven Kozlov, who's on very, very short notice, comes in and absolutely puts a grappling clinic on this guy, gets him in mount, you know, all types of positions. You know, Cameron Simon does all types of, you know, kneeing this guy while he's on the ground, you know, poking him in the eye, all types of things with this guy. And, you know, subsequently finishes him at the end of round 3. And quite honestly, if he doesn't finish him there, he might go on to lose that fight against the guy who is extremely low level, in my opinion, is a one-trick pony in Steven Kozlov. And, you know, that's just not what Christian Rodriguez is. He's a complete fighter, very good cardio, extremely good grappling. We saw him out-grapple Rosas. And Cameron Simon, with his mistakes, is just going to get burned in this fight. Even Josh Wayne Kim in the Contender Series took this guy down, and Wayne Kim is a striker. So if Christian Rodriguez implements the grappling, which I think he's going to here, he should have a ton of success in the grappling here. He should probably get a submission on Cameron Simon with as many mistakes as he makes. I do want to point out Christian Rodriguez missed weight by 4 pounds today. I kind of think that's a good thing, to be honest. He didn't deplete himself. He's going to be much heavier when it comes to fight day. One guy depleted himself to weight. One guy didn't. He's going to use that weight in the grappling to his advantage. It's always going to be advantage if you're the heavier guy. You know, the weight miss probably favors him here, you know, and this guy historically has missed weight a bunch, and it doesn't seem to bother him because he missed weight against Rosas, and he looked completely fine there for 3 rounds and almost finished Rosas in round 3. So for me here, Christian Rodriguez minus 155. I think this line should be much bigger. Saman has not fought anybody of note at all. He's struggling with regional guys. Yeah, I mean, he's extremely young. I think he gets better, but this is biting off more than he can chew. So I will take Christian Rodriguez on the money line, minus 155, currently on Bet Rivers. That will wrap up all 3 of my picks for this UFC Vegas 81 card. First one is Pereira against Petroski, under 2.5. Second bet is TJ Brown by KO at plus 380. And the final bet is Christian Rodriguez money line, minus 155. Like all 3 of them, I think we are going to get the brooms out this week and sweep it. And yeah, guys, thank you for joining. Again, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. All the links down below for our Bet365 promo, our oddshopper.com premium, and our OddShopper Discord channel, guys. Thank you very much. One last thing. Let's cash those tickets for UFC Vegas 81. See you all next week. Take care.